Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing well, that you're happy and healthy, and enjoying the first day of July. It's great. I love summer. I hope you do too. And I just had to come on. It's taken me all day. It's almost 4 o'clock, and it's taken me all day to do this one video, and it's been like so challenging. It's been fun though too. Let me tell you what happened, okay? So I got up this morning, like I do when I'm off, and I'm not working, and I don't have to work, luckily, until next Tuesday, So I get up in the morning, and I put on my meditation music, and I told myself, I'm going to work out today, I haven't in a couple days, and, let's face it, when you're my age, it doesn't take long for it to show, and I'm working on that again. So I'm like, you got to do this today. You have to. And it's a good way for me to actually connect with Papa, my God, and my angels and spirit guides, because the way it happens is he speaks to me the most in the morning hours, at night too, but mostly in the morning, because it's right after I wake up. And my mind is clear, my body's relaxed, and I'm open, I'm more open. I haven't had all the distractions of the day yet. Flooding all these things in my head, put all these things in my head, and no stress and all that. Although I have it right now because of the way things went today, but earlier, earlier I didn't, and this is normal. This is how it normally is. And I'll explain to you why that is. But anyway, and then when I work out, that's what he does. When I work out, it raises up my vibration and my energy levels, right? So my energy's flowing really well, and I'm more open, and, I start getting to talk with him. That's when he does it with me. That's how it works for me. And, I forgot to mention as well that part of my gifts is I don't only know things or see or hear him, but I also feel him physically, in the physical form. My physical body as well. I feel when they're around me, I have a lot of these intense goosebumps. Intense all over my body. Of course, I didn't know what that was at first, but I do now. And I also have the last thing I forgot to tell you is that I can feel energy just by being in someone's presence. Like, I can enter into a room full of people, and I feel it out. No one's saying anything, and I can feel their energy, and it guides me on whether to approach him or not, how to talk to him or not. He really became very beneficial for me when I worked in hospice, because obviously it's a hard situation. It's really sensitive. People are struggling, and there's a lot of pain, and there's a lot of suffering. So there's a lot of emotions flowing. There's anger, there's sadness, there's anxiety, and he thought everybody is expressing that outwardly. And you, as the hospice nurse caring for their loved one, you have to be there and you support them, sometimes more than the patient, depending on what's going on. If the patient is unresponsive. So I would enter into a room, and I would feel out their energy, and then it helped me know how to approach them and how to comfort them that way. So that's really amazing. I love that. And just being a super empath myself, I can feel everything that everyone feels naturally. So anyway, it's important that I do cleanse myself and get rid of those energies at the end of the day, because that's a lot to carry. But now I'm going off track a little bit, but I just needed to make sure I did touch on that. So I'm working out, and like I always do, I asked Papa, I said, how am I going to do my next video? What do you want me to say? So he brought me to my last video, like he always does. And then I remember that I talked about what I brought into the relationship that was unhealthy, and my lack of self-love and feeling worthy and all this stuff, came up, and the more it went, the more time passed, he was making me remember and go back to my childhood. So, it's important that we heal that inner child part of us, like I was mentioning in my last videos, in order to, first of all, you deserve to be happy, you deserve to heal and feel good, and then get those great, healthy relationships and everything you want and the love. So, anyway, so he brought me back. He brought me back there. And in doing that, bits and pieces of what I'm going to say in my next video started to flow. And I'm like getting all excited. And he did the most beautiful, amazing thing that I've never experienced before, is he actually made me feel. He actually made me feel the energy I was going to go into my next video with. He took me back to feeling like a child again, this morning, and they were with me. My angels and Papa were with me, and they were playing with me. They literally were playing and teasing me. They teased me a lot too. So it was like so amazing. I mean, I'm like, so, wow, this is just amazing. It's just beautiful, and it really surprised me again, I'm like, wow, and when that first started, I'm like, what's going on? Wait a minute, and then when I saw, I couldn't help but laugh, and I was giggling, and I wanted to play along, and so he brought that inner child out in me today, and we played, as I was getting all of my information, and he was giving me a lot. Oh my gosh, it came flooding into me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got really scared and overwhelmed at one point. And then, you know what he did? He made me think that back and said, remember your last video when you said I only give people what they need, a little bit here and there, because knowing the whole picture right away is going to be too overwhelming? I'm like, yeah, I get it now, because he brought me back a few years in things that I didn't understand, and I'm still was trying to figure out in my life. All of a sudden, I had all this information, all these answers to, along with how he wants me to move forward in doing this channel. You don't know how much I prayed for guidance, and it's been a long time. Even before starting the channel, I had months of how am I going to even do this, and even when I did it up until February, it wasn't quite how I wanted to, and now I'm beginning to do it the way that I wanted, that I envisioned, but I didn't really know how to do. So he even took me back to way back when I had the visit from the prophets, when I had that visit. Now, I didn't go looking for them. They came to me and they just started talking, and so one of the things that he shared with me was that, he said at the end of everything I had already shared with you, he said, Louise, he said, he says, you're going to, now he gave me confirmation of my past, what I went through. He acknowledged, what I was doing at that time, and he told me what he was going to do to reward me, to give me for, even though how hard I struggled through everything I went through, and I still kept the faith and everything, as hard as that was. So, and how proud he was of me. But then he also told me the future a little bit, and he said, you're going to help a lot of people. He said, you're going to help people that have depression and anxiety, and people that are struggling, and it was beautiful, and I didn't get it. At first I said, well, yeah, I'm a nurse, and I was in hospice, and I am helping people that way. And I'm sorry if I'm going real fast, but these are all the feelings I'm feeling. Is so intense and so much right now with what he was giving me today. And so he took me back there, and because what I was getting from him is, after getting all that information from my channel, I'm like, how am I going to get it all done? I want to do it now. That's how I am, right? I'm driven, and I want to just put my feet in, and I don't want to stop. Once I get going, I want to keep going, and just keep doing it more and more. And he knows that about me, right? So he, so he said, so what came to me is, I'm going to have to just kind of back off from really being around other people as much as I want to. And because I'm on a mission. That's what I was saying. I'm on a mission, right? And then I went, oh my gosh. You know what? He brought me back there again. When in front of those prophets, after what they said, there's a chaplain in the hospice unit. And when he found out what happened, he said, Louise, it sounds like you're going on a mission. Let's pray. So we did. We prayed all together, and he prayed over me. So that's all I could see, all I could think. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's finally making sense to me, and yeah, so this is my mission. I'm on my mission. So it's so beautiful, and it's so like, wow, he opened my eyes to that today. So isn't that great? It's so amazing how he works. He really is. And now I know what to do. I know what I'm doing. And but he's giving me the information, but I see where it's going. I do. And my mission, part of my mission is definitely to, show people what I've been through. He took me through the darkest places, to find the light. And I want to do that for people. And I will. And people that need it. And so anyway, so what he did today, so it's exciting for me. So anyway, so I'm going to really go into my life story, my testimony, so that helps when you can relate with someone else's story when you're going through something, right? And how I got here and where I am now, and all this good stuff. So anyway, if I could find an author, seriously, I'd write a book, maybe one day. Anyway, so going back to my experiences that I had today with Papa and my angels. So I'm working out, right? I'm working out more hard, and I'm determined. I'm doing all my reps and all my different exercises, and I'm getting those sensations, and it gets so comical. He's like, so I'm like, what am I doing my next video, right? And they're playing with me, right? They're playing with me. The angels are all around me, not giving me much space. It was great. I loved it, though. I like that. And they were all like happy and energetic, like I was. It was so great. And they were like, cheering me on and go, you go, and counting with me, 1, 2, 3, and I'm doing push-ups and I'm getting excited because I'm getting all this information from Papa at the same time. So I'm hurrying up and I'm writing them down, right? Like I look like this little maniac. I'm like, oh my gosh, all excited like a kid at Christmas, opening up gifts. That's how I felt. And from what he was giving me, right? And then I was nervous and anxious too and worried because I'm like, Papa, how am I going to do this now? I got to do this. I want to do this well for you. Thank you, for all this wonderful information. And I could see Papa, telling me, he goes, first of all, he's saying to me, he's like, you're not finishing this workout. You're doing one more set and you're done. I'm like, okay. And he was playful. He was in a playful way, And I'm like, okay. I was like, all right, got it, right? And then as I'm hurrying up and I finish up, so now I have to get a shower, right? And it can take me a long, long, long time. It can. People that know me know that. But So I'm like, I gotta hurry up. It's still fresh in my mind. I'm like, Baba, help me make sure that I don't forget this. And I could see him. He thought it was funny too. And then he started playing with me and he's like, you got this. You got this, dear one. Don't worry, And I could see him like trying to comfort me at the same time as he thought it was great that I was so excited and nervous and I wanted to do right? So like a parent would, right? And then there was one time I'm like hurrying up, putting the brush through my hair and I'm pulling the hair out of my head. I'm just so like wound up, I'm like, come. He's like, it's okay, don't worry, right? He's like, you got this. He's like, you got this, baby girl. That's what he said. Oh my God, now if you don't think I was crying, I was. So, it was beautiful. So he did, and he made me feel like a kid. And he was there for me like it's my dad, because he is. And it's so beautiful, because it didn't stop there. And then, so I'm like, okay, what am I going to wear? Like a kid, what am I going to wear? What do you want me to put on? And he's like, first of all, you're not doing that video on unhealthy relationships right now. I'm like, no, what? What do you mean? I'm saying, what do you mean? He's like, you know what I want? I said, what? What do you want? What do you want to do? And he's like, I want you to, show them. Remember yesterday I did that the other day? He wants me to show them, show everyone, what an unhealthy relationship looks like. Well, he said, show them what a personal relationship with me is like. And it's like that. He actually brought it to another level with me in a personal way by playing with me. It's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. And now he's making me actually feel things, and do things and act like it, like what he wants me to just give, out there. So it's like, wow, that's a new gift, a new experience. And I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. So yeah. And then that's not it. So I got myself ready. I'm looking for clothes. Everything looks like terrible. I don't know how many takes I did on this video, And what the one I thought I was going to do, I reviewed it and I'm like, halfway through it, you wouldn't believe what happened. And I'm not clear next to my phone at all. It goes in slow-mo. So I look like this robot, like doing all these slow moving things, and the way my voice is deep and you can't even understand what I'm saying, and it's like really out there and crazy. So I cracked up. I really did. I just laughed and I died laughing. I just said, that's a good one. That is a good one, because I didn't do that. And he's still playing with me, right? So... No, and I'm like, okay, finally, let's do this again. My earring, flies, my earring and my cartilage flew out of my ear, and that takes forever to put in. And so he was like testing me and teasing me, So I thought I would be able to get all this stuff done today and all these videos out today. And he was like, yeah, you thought wrong, like, joke's on you. The joke's on you. And it really was. It really was. So I just love it. He's just so amazing. It really is. So here's my last one, but and my last take, and I'm posting this one no matter what. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna leave you for now, but I'm gonna work on getting all those out. Okay, and I'm really super excited. I hope you are. Thank you for joining me and putting up with me today. But it was so much fun, and I will see you all next time. Okay, sending you my love and all my light. Bye.